Technical analysis has been gaining popularity in the trading market year by year. Have you ever wondered of what if one day technical analysis is being used by everyone in the market, and can you still profit from the market? Hi, I'm CY Saw. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of my perspective about some burning questions most traders have in their mind. If everybody were to use technical analysis, do we still have the trading opportunities and advantage to trade in the market? Click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any educational trading videos we are producing for you in this channel to help you improve your game as a trader. So let's get started. Oftentimes, I have been receiving some of the burning questions most students were to ask me. And these are the questions that they have in mind. And I believe probably you might be asking this question before. The first one, will it be more difficult for you to trade in the market if everyone were to use technical analysis? Will there be lesser trading opportunities? And can technical analysis still work or not if everyone were to use the same thing to trade the market? And lastly, how do we thrive or even compete with other traders? Because everybody were to use technical analysis, do we have the edge or do we have the advantage to profit from the market? So in this video, I'm going to address all of these questions. Let me share with you a quick story before I address those burning questions. Once there was a cap seller in a town, and on one fine day he was selling caps. So after he had made a few sales of caps, he became very tired. So he decided to sit under a big tree to take a rest for a while. And pretty soon he fell asleep. And there were a few monkeys on the big tree. They saw the cap seller was sleeping under the tree, so those monkeys came down and took those caps from the basket and wore on their head, and they climbed back to the tree again. When the cap seller woke up, he was shocked to see that his basket is empty. He searched for his caps, and to his surprise, he saw the monkeys were wearing them. So he found that the monkey were actually imitating his gestures. So he started throwing his cap down, and the monkeys followed him as well. And the cap seller collected all of those caps, and he put them in his basket and walked away. So what do we learn from this quick story? The moral of this story is that, of course, we need to use wisdom and intelligence to solve our problems. And most importantly is lesson number 2. Don't be like those monkeys where, most of the time we like to copy what others do. We just follow blindly. So don't be like the monkey. Don't monkey see and a monkey do. And what this expression really means is that we actually imitating or copying without having an understanding of how things actually work. And this is what most traders actually do, and I do it as well. But this is just only as good as in the beginning stage when you started to learn trading, when you started to learn technical analysis. So if you want to go further in your trading, it is important for you to develop the comprehensive understanding and a deep knowledge in technical analysis, so that even when the market behavior change, you are still able to adapt and cope up by changing your strategy to fit the market accordingly. So for those traders who are just monkey see and monkey do, they are unable to make the necessary adaptations. Now back to our main theme for today is that if everybody were to use technical analysis, is it a positive thing or whether is it a negative thing? Whether will it be good for your trading? Now let's think this for a quick moment. If everybody were to use technical analysis, should you be worrying about it? Now let me share with you this quick analogy where I believe every one of us here in Malaysia, we have been through high school, right? We have been through our age as a high school student. So in Malaysia, in nationwide, where each and every one of us learn the same syllabus, we learn the same curriculum. So let's take mathematics for example. And when it comes to the major exams, not everyone can actually get the same good results, right? Now, think for a moment, why does this actually happen? And what are the reasons behind the differences in our results? What are the differences in our performance given that, everyone are actually learning the same thing? Now, if we were to make this even more comparable, let's say everyone from the same school, from the same class, learning from the same teacher and at the same time, there will also be differences in performance. Am I right? There are a lot of reasons that causes this phenomena to happen, because some students, they understand the subject better, some may not. Some are able to solve problems easily, whereas some may find difficulty in solving mathematics problem, and some knows how to cope up with the exam pressures, whereas for some students they may not be good in coping up with exam pressures. So this same case applies to trading as well. If everybody were to learn technical analysis, if everybody were to use technical analysis, and yet ultimately I strongly believe that there will be differences in performance ultimately, because each and every one of us may not have the same capabilities. So in short, you don't have to worry about it if everybody were to learn technical analysis, because although everybody learns the same thing, but not everybody will have the same performance. Now let me get into these burning questions directly that you may have in your mind. Now let's go through for the first question. Will it be more difficult to trade in the market? So let's say if you think now that this present moment it is really difficult to trade, then I would believe moving forward it would be difficult to trade in the future as well. Now, the first thing is because of trading itself is not an easy activity. So when you face difficulty in trading, it is generally not because of the market structure. It is not because of the changes in market behavior. A large part of the reasons is because you do not understand the tools in technical analysis comprehensively or deeply enough, because trading itself, it's not easy and it can be very, very complicated. So it is important for you to develop the necessary comprehensive as well as in-depth understanding in technical analysis, so that when the market behavior change, you can still make the necessary adjustment in your trading strategies and be flexible on it. So don't just blindly copy other people's trading strategy without any deeper understanding, and that for that part it is very, very dangerous to just monkey see and monkey do. Now, the next question is that whether will there be any lesser trading opportunities if everyone were to use technical analysis? Now, of course, if we were to look at the timeline, technical analysis was developed since the 1940. So, of course, nowadays, as let's say we would take year 2000 for example, more and more people are actually aware of the existence of technical analysis. And of course, speaking of our recent years, that even more people learn technical analysis, and probably the first thing that you were to learn about trading or even investing is actually how to read charts. So those are the things are quite very related to technical analysis. So regardless of whether having technical analysis, oftentimes I would still hear people complaining that they still are unable to find good trading opportunities. In short, it will never lack of trading opportunities out there in the market, because there are so many things for us to choose from to invest, to trade. And the challenge, in fact, is that there are so many opportunities out there until you do not know how to allocate your money to put into the best opportunities available. So simply speaking is that there would still be plenty of trading opportunities, whether if everybody were to learn technical analysis or not. Now the third question is whether technical analysis still work if everybody were to use the same thing. Now, in fact, as we can see that, each and every one of us as an individual, we are actually uniquely different. We have differences in lifestyles, just like all of our 10 fingers. Each of our fingers are having unequal length. Each of them are uniquely different. We have differences in age. Our training objectives might be different. Your training goals and my training goals might not be the same, and our lifestyles would be different. So goes with our level of understanding about trading as well as understanding about the market. So this is where ultimately, even though when we use the same thing on technical analysis, we will be very different in terms of its application as well. So what are those differences in terms of application? We might be trading the different time frame. We may be still using technical analysis, but we may be developing an entirely different trading strategies. Our entry points and our exit points might not be the same. And of course, the last question is that how do we thrive or compete with other traders, because everyone else are learning technical analysis. So this is where it makes the trading environment even more competitive. So how do we able to solve that? In fact, what we need to do is that we need to focus on ourselves, but not out there in the market. So this is where we need to focus about how we develop our own trading strategies as well as systems, so that it is the strategies, the systems that actually that helps you to achieve your trading goals. Because technical analysis is just only a toolbox for us to make trading decisions, because trading is never about competing with others. It is about how you are able to conquer your own trading discipline, how you polish your trading skills, and how you make day-to-day improvements on your trading skills. So in short, here is that we can see here is an image of an iceberg, because we can only see the small part of an iceberg which is visible above the water, and we are unable to see what's beneath the water. So it is the same thing applies in trading. People are only able to see a very small part of what is actually happening in trading. So if you want to be better than the general market participants or any other traders out there in the market, then you need to develop a deeper level of technical analysis rather than just scratching on the surface level. Majority of the people would to actually learn the surface level of technical analysis. All of those are basic stuff. So how are you going to compete and be better than anyone else is that you need to learn the deeper level, the deeper structure of technical analysis. So this is where you will need to spend a little bit more time, be patient with yourself to develop the profound as well as the in-depth knowledge in terms of technical analysis. Too many people know the surface stuff, and they are still spending a lot of time talking about the surface level stuff for too long. So I guess this is probably one of many reasons why a lot of traders, their progress in trading, it is still quite limited. So if you want to go for an extra mile and further distance in your trading, then I believe you know what you can do here in terms of technical analysis, which is actually to go in deeper, be an expert in technical analysis. Now, let me summarize the burning questions that you may have in mind. Of course, the first question is, will it be more difficult to trade in the market? In fact, not really, because trading itself is already not easy, whether there is technical analysis or without technical analysis. Number two, will there be any lesser trading opportunities? In fact, I know there are still a lot of opportunities out there, and the challenge here is that we have so much opportunities where we need to pick the best opportunities available out there, because we do not have so much monetary resources to buy everything in the market. Number three, can technical analysis still work if everyone were to learn the same thing? although everybody learn the same thing, of course, our application might be different. So this is where we will need to focus on developing trading strategies and trading systems that is actually working for you. And lastly, how do we actually thrive and compete with any other traders? Because as everyone were to learn technical analysis, it may make the market even more competitive. And of course, all you need to do is to focus on yourself, focus on your trading goals, and focus on your own trading objective. Understand your stuff better than anyone else. Develop a deeper understanding in your own technical analysis so that you are able to compete with other traders out there. So that's it. I have shared with you my perspective on technical analysis, and hopefully it clears out some of your doubt you may have in mind and have a better clarity on how to utilize technical analysis in developing trading strategies that works for you. And if you find this video informative and useful to you, please share this video and give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Until next time, this is CY Shaw, wishing you good luck and good trading.